Hi everyone, Martin here. I'm an independent Stampin Up Demonstrator from Redditch, which is near Birmingham, the UK. So today's card, we're going to be looking at the Warm-Hearted Polymer Stamp Set, which is from the Autumn Winter catalogue and can be located at the back of the page, on page 54, sorry. So this is a hostess or host stamp set, so you do have to place an order for £150 to get this at £9.50. So that'll give you, have to do maths, £5.50 else to spend because you get 10% of how much you spend back. So brilliant, there's that. So today's card we're going to be using the Merry Christmas stamp here. As you can see on the card, just stamped at the bottom, and then we're going to do these little trees as well. Nice, simple card, but very effective. Let's get started. So, move the card. I'll leave it there for now. I'm going to bring in my stamping trimmer. I'm going to move the card out of the way. So, it is a top fold card. So, get in some crumb cake. I am going to cut the card in half at 10.5 centimetres. Make sure it's straight. You've got two then. One can be for scraps, you can stamp onto it, cut the stamped images out, or you can have two card bases. And then I'm going to do it. So I'm going to score the card at 14.7, like so. Move my trimmer out of the way. And there we have the card base. So fold it in half, like so. And using a bone folder, just to crisp up the edge. There you go. So with the sentiment, what I've done is I've already made another card base and placed it into the, I can't pronounce it, I'll find it in the catalogue. Yeah, this is an issue with having a speech impediment, is when there's too many T's and too many S's, I can't speak. Here we go. Stamparatus. There you go, like apparatus. Yeah. Sorry, can't speak. It's one of them days. So what I've done is I've already secured it down and I've placed the sentiment onto the acrylic lid. And what I've done is I've already pre-married them up, so I know that's where I want the sentiment to be and it's going to fall perfectly. Move this over slightly. So what I am going to do is I'm going to be heat embossing it. So I'm going to be stamping it in Versamark even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the embossing buddy. And I'm just going to pat it down. Make sure all the static is gone from that area. So then we don't get little freckles of white. So Versamark ink up the stamp. You might find it easier to take it off, like so, to ink up. I know I do, but it's whatever is your preference. Make sure it's well inked. Now I know it's a clear ink, but you can see that it's slightly shiny. Not sure if you can see that in the camera. Place that on and pop that down. Give it a slight press and lift up. And there you go, you can see it. So I'm going to move the magnets out of the way. Tap off the extra powder. Take that off, like so. I can clean that up later. And then I'm just going to bring in my white embossing powder, which I can't get the lid off. There we go. Open the card up and sprinkle it over. just like magic, you have it there. So I am going to heat set this now, which is going to be noisy, and I do apologise. But ideally I did want you to see it. So bring it in my heat tool. Let it get to temperature, and then I heat it from the back. This way you can avoid burning the embossing powder and making it go horrible and yellow. You'll see that change momentarily. Like so. And turn that off, move that out of my way. So there you go, sentiment heat set in Whisper White. What I am going to do is, while we'll do the little trees, I'm going to put that back under the magnets around where the sentiment is, just so that helps flatten the card, as it is going to be slightly warped now. So what I'm going to do is, I've already pre-cut some bits of garden green cardstock, and we're going to make them into our tiny little trees, as you can see there. Bring this in. So to make the little, I wanted some definition to the trees instead of them just being blocked, so I've used the artisan textures, and I've used this stamp here, which is like a little wave effect, but I thought it'd be perfect to do some branches. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stamp these up in the coordinating ink. So we're going to have tone on tone on the trees. So I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp on and off. I'm using some scrap instead of my base, just because I'm recording a few videos today. Ink it up, step off, step on, step off, step on, and I'm just doing this willy-nilly and somewhere I see fit. Like so. Don't think I stepped off that time. And there. And there you go. As you can see, you have that effect. So I've got one big one. This one measures 3.4 centimetres by 6. And these ones measure, if I remember correctly, 2.4 by 3.7. And just stamp it on, stamp it on, stamp it on. You can super quick and easy. You can do so many of these so quickly. This could be your Christmas card. You can whack 50 out. That's employees, staff members. They could be your employees. It depends what position you're in. Staff members, colleagues, neighbours, friends, family. You could do so many of these, and it'd be so quick and easy. So what I am going to do is I'm going to bring in a ruler, good old faithful, and I'm just going to pinpoint the middle of the card at the top, or at one end, and this is going to be our point. So as this is 3.4, I know it's going to be 1.7. So find it and mark it. Now it's up to you. You can either draw lines to the corners, like so, and then bring in some scissors to snip, or you could just eyeball it. Like so. There's your little tree. Do it again with these ones. Move the rubbish out the way. So as this measures 2.4, it's going to be 1.7 again. No. 1.4 even. My apologies. And just line it up and cut it down. Measure. I think this bit is the most time consuming bit, but it's worth it. So move all the bits out the way, and there you have your little trees. So you could always use a designer series paper instead, which would have a very different effect. I wanted to keep it quite subtle, so this is why I chose to do the tonal one with a little bit of stamping. I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and I'm going to use a big one at the bottom and a teeny tiny one at the top. And I'm going to use this space here over the Merry as a guide to where I'm going to put the main tree, like so. The smaller ones I just glued in the background, so grabbing some snail, just put a dot there, like so, and then just place one slightly to the top, then one slightly lower, just to cause some depth. So, I'm sure you all know me by now, I do like some bling. So what I've done is I've brought in my red rhinestones, and using my take a pick tool, I'm just going to pick them off and plonk them down. So what I have done is I've chose to keep it as odd numbers. No, I haven't. I was supposed to, but like so. I'm just going to add another one down at the corner. Put 3 on the smaller ones. Like so. And you can obviously take your time more than I am in placing these to make sure they're not too close together or too far apart. And there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. Please give this video a thumbs up down below. Also down below you'll find a link to all the products in my store that I've used today. What you will also find is links to my social media, so why not pop along, because there is exclusive content posted there on a daily basis. So thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Goodbye.